Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, reporting on homemade fire plugs. Dental dams. These are the 100% cotton dental dams, or dental plugs. Got them from eBay, 50 lot. Didn't cost a lot of money. I actually got 2 lots. You buy the 2 packets. I think they were, I can't remember how much they were. They were very inexpensive. So you buy, the more you buy, the less they get. So yeah, come in 50 lot packets like that, 100% cotton. Did up 50 yesterday. Very easy to make. I use household candles. These are just paraffin wax candles. So I actually used 2 of them. It was a little bit too much. I probably only needed to use 1 and a bit, so 1 1/3 candles. That's my tin on my butane burner. Melted it in Samba fire gel. Melted up to there, and then put a good glob in the middle. Used chopstick, swirled it around, swirl until I got as much as I could to dissolve in. Took a little while. There was still some white debris down the bottom. I think that is the thickening agent that they put in the fire gel in there. I made sure I turned the heat off first. You don't want any open flame when you've got fire gel, otherwise you end up with a fire here. Burn the whole lot off, probably set yourself on fire as well. Swirl, got it there going. Then had all these out, and then I basically just hand dipped each one in to halfway, put them out on a, had my steel tray there lined with aluminium foil, put them all out so that they dipped halfway. Waited 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The gel, the wax basically went hard. This was still semi-liquid. Basically I pulled it back a little bit, got the fire going, even though I had fire gel in it. Oh, a little bit silly, but heated up very carefully, very low flame, made sure there was no drips over here, which there wasn't. Heated it up just so that it was just enough just to get this side a little bit bubbly. That was just enough to get it all ready to go again, and I re-dipped the whole lot, so they are all now all solid, whole pack of ones. Did not put any colouring in it. They are just wax and fire gel impregnated ones. I've got 50 here. I'm going to keep them separate for the moment. Let's do a burn test on one. Wasn't that hard to do. A little bit of fooling around. Took me about 15 minutes all up. was quite, I'm just putting the fire gel well away. Wasn't very hard at all, and yeah, it was an easy process. I would not buy these now, seeing how easy this was to make 50 of them, and for the price of for 6 paraffin candles, $8 for the fire gel. Yeah, I wouldn't be paying that exorbitant a price for fire plugs, because they are expensive to buy. They are hideously expensive to buy. What is this? It's just the wicks out of the candle. Break one open just to expose some of the fuzzies. I got a very good penetration. This seemed to soak up the it soaked up very well. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the amount of soaking it got. Very easy to light. I just exposed it. Very controlled flame. The whole plug's starting to go. Fire gel's starting to get into it. Now, if you couldn't get your fire going with that, seems to have a good burn time too. There we go, the whole plug's on fire now. Fairly windproof. It's a light breeze, just me blowing on it. Nice controlled flame, not aggressive or overtly. I like it. That's nice. It's a nice little plug, fire plug. Doesn't have an unpleasant odour or anything. I'm just going to let it burn, just so we get a bit of a idea of the burn time. A bit boring, but you've got to get a sort of a gauge as to the burn times of these things. So even if you get 3 or 4 minutes out of it, what's the difference? You got 50 of them. If you buy 2 packets, you get 100. And to buy 100 fire plugs, you'd be looking at $30 or $40, $50. At least $30. If you had it up on a bit of wood, just so the whole thing had a reasonable burn. It's just about over. Okay. Yep. There we have it. I like that. Couple of minute burn time. Reasonable, easily to light, and yeah, reasonably windproof. The wax makes them water resistant. I didn't test. I could dip it in water, but the wax, paraffin wax, I know from experience, makes them reasonably water resistant. In a 50 pack like that, you could easily get many fires started, at least 50 there. You don't need to use all of them, but you saw that had a reasonable burn time, and you got at least 3 or 4 minutes out of a one plug. So even if you cut it in half, you get 2 minutes out of it. Yeah, and it gets you 2 fires. But I'd use just one plug at a time. They're not that hard to make, and yeah, get 2 packets at a time, make 100 up. That's a lot of fires to do. It's not expensive to buy the candles, and I honestly believe adding the fire gel in only gives it a little bit more of a oomph in the fire, like makes it a little bit burn hotter and a little bit better burn time. And that I never tried it just with the wax. I've got the fire gel and I just add it to all my wax products now. So yeah, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I thought I'd report on that. I'm not going to add coloration to this one. The white doesn't bother me. So yeah, I don't know, I might leave those for the moment. Keep these ones 50 in there. I might put them in the little tins. Yeah, I might put those 49 in the tin. I got little tins. 49 in a tin. I might leave them in the bag yet. I don't know. See how we go. Anyway, I wanted to report on those, and we'll go from there. Anyway, thanks for watching.